Ms. Papler, at what point, I guess let me back up to that trouble you may have gotten into in 1993. At some point, did you approach the Oak Grove Police Department about what was going on at New Life?
I'm not sure I approached them. They just kind of came around.
Okay. Please refer to this document, read it only to yourself, and see if that document.
I recall that.
Can you tell the jury now how you became involved with the Oak Grove Police Department as the madam of New Life Massage Parlor?
Okay, rephrase. Can you say that again?
Sure. Please tell the jury how you became involved with Oak Grove Police Department.
Well, after the girls, those charges, Chief Elliott came over and we got with the program. He wanted some money and we gave him some money.
You recall how much money?
It was $600.
Okay. So at that point in '93 is when New Life Massage became involved with money transfers to the Oak Grove Police Department.
That's correct.
Can you tell us about any more things like that, exchange of money or goods or services to the Oak Grove Police Department from New Life?
Police equipment. $1,800 given to Milton Perry in cash in front of City Hall. Money given to move a trailer from the mayor's, I believe it was the mayor's trailer park, from Mr. Carter's trailer.
You said Mr. Carter, you mean Ed Carter?
That's correct.
Okay.
There's just so much, trying to think of all the different times, there was so much different amounts of money. Now, there was police lights for cars, for vehicles. I believe it was Stephanie's lights, Ed's lights,
If you recall last names, if you could.
Stephanie
say
Sperlin, Ed Carter.
both with Oak Grove Police Department?
Yes, those were Oak Grove police officers.
Okay.
The $1,800 were for Christmas bonuses for the police officers that worked for the police department.
Do you recall writing these down anywhere, what they may have been? Some kind of book or?
I used to write them down in a notebook.
Okay.
And I know that Milton, the city attorney, knew that I gave Milton the cash. Those represent us buying police equipment.
I'm
Or-
sorry, Judge, I'm still.
You
not
gotta
hearing
speak up,
the
Ms.
witness.
Beth.
Those represent us buying police equipment
For whom?
for Ed and for the police department.
You say the police department, you mean Elk Grove Police Department?
That's correct.
Okay. When did you first come to meet or know Ed Carter? Do you recall?
It wasn't too long after we opened the massage parlor.
Okay. Tell us about how the relationship started.
They would come by to check on us to make sure that we were okay.
In their capacity as police officers?
Yes,
Okay. And your testimony was that sometime in 93 or so, Chief Elliott came by, and that's when the money started going.
that's correct.
Okay. Tell me about the relationship between you and Ronnie and Ed Carter. How did it begin? He came by.
He would come by and check on things, check on us, check on the girls, be friendly, would need things, would need money, would need equipment. Was your protector. And was very needy. We would give him money. We'd buy him equipment. He would come to our house. Bring his patrol car to our house. Bring his drug dog to our house. Arco.
The Oak Grove Police Department would patrol, for lack of a better word, I think you said, the business. How many officers would come into the business on their off hours?
Do you want me to name them by name?
Just how many?
Four.
Okay. How many, back up. At some point, did Ed Carter clean the business?
Yes.
Okay. And he was paid for that, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall when that was?
I'm not sure of the dates.
Okay. Almost as if it's 22 and 23. You recognize those documents?
These are checks wrote to Ed for cleaning services and to the Fraternal Order of Police from New Life.
What are the dates on those checks?
93, 94, February, January, March, April.
We've got 20, almost 22 and 23 checks to Carter. And
Be received, objections noted, 22 and 23,
one check to Fraternal Order.
and a check to the FOP.
Ms. Papler, some of those checks indicated cleaning services, is that correct?
That's correct.
Did those checks represent only cleaning services?
No, the business didn't need to be cleaned. The girls cleaned the business.
Okay. So what was Ed being paid for?
I'm not sure how to say it.
Just say it. Papler, I know it's difficult, but you've got to say, you've got to answer if, whatever the answer is.
I would say hush money protecting us.
Okay. Did New Life Massage Parlor pay any other officer as a quote-unquote employee?
No.
How many people had keys to New Life Massage Parlor, you recall?
I don't recall the number of people that had keys. Ed had a key when he cleaned the business. A couple of the girls had keys. The newer ones didn't. I had a key. Ron had a key.
You'd mentioned in '93, I think, some trouble with the police department. Did the police department ever investigate New Life, raid New Life?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Milton did a raid. He sent a police officer in. I do not recall the police officer's name. He came in, he got full sexual services. That was a big hoo-ha in the courtroom, was because the police officer completed the act.
Was there ever a time that you knew about their investigation before it happened?
Yes.
How did you know about it?
We would get calls from the Christian County Sheriff's Department, and we would be told a storm was coming.
Ed's involvement with the business, being paid as a janitor, coming by asking for equipment, how long did that go on?
I'm not sure, for a while.
Okay. Did you all ask Ed to do anything else for you other than look the other way?
There was another business that was opening up, and it was going to maybe cause us problems or cut into business.
What did you do?
We didn't want them to open, and it was closed down temporarily, I believe.
Okay. We skipped a couple steps there. What?
We
what
made a
did you-
call, and they went in and checked.
I'm sorry, who made a call?
I made the call.
You made a call to whom?
I believe Ed,
Okay. What did you ask Ed to do?
to look in on it. And I believe they checked the licensing or something. I'm not sure as to what, but it was closed that night.
Okay. Was there any benefit from New Life Massage Parlor given to Ed or from you or Ronnie that you're aware of for that service?
No, not. I'm not sure.